are having, it's more related with the most important thing for a success of any organization, who is human capital. So if human capital has not success, I don't think anything has a success, because people makes a difference. So I agree with the sentence that partnerships now are more shaking hands. So my point with China is how China is thinking on the experience of transferring know-how, on training people from the country where you are investing. Why I'm asking this? When we see China coming and we agree that we believe on global partnerships and we want Sudan and all the countries coming to Africa and invest, but you have to trust people from the country where we're coming into.
To be fair,
okay?
You need
so
what's your question?
My question was already done. How are you going to do to transfer knowledge to nationals from the countries? Thank you. Instead of bringing too many Chinese for our country.
Everybody has to do that, not just the Chinese. We've got the bulk of the Western investment. They don't do that.
I understand the question. Yeah, you have a reason to complain. Angola become a particular case. Actually, what I saw in Angola, not same in South Africa, because the things happened quite differently here. You know, when you say China, I often think, which part of China you mean? Do you mean Chinese government or Chinese business? You know, sometimes they are not the same. But the government...
It's not a monolithic.
Yeah, we always try to encourage Chinese companies do things according to the local laws and the customer and benefit them. So sometimes when you are a businessman, what you care most is not what government told me to do. It's something which brings me the biggest profit. When they can have a choice, finding the local people to fill in the post or finding the Chinese to do it, they always find the most economical one. Of course, for them, to find the Chinese guys coming to work for them could be easy to communicate, easy to do, probably even pay less than the local people. It's not only the Chinese government's regulation, but also the local government's regulation. That kind of thing not happening in South Africa, because the immigration rules and the laws here is very strict. I went to one of the factories called Hisense. They employed 3,000 local workers working on the assembly line to produce TV, white electric appliance, and supply the whole African continent. So Chinese government need to work together with the hosting country to enforce their immigration law, to let all this industry to provide the equal opportunities for the local labor market. But the one challenge is that, can they provide a qualified labor force? This is one challenge. Sometimes we go too extreme. On one side, the business want to have all the employees be Chinese. But here, on the other side, the local NGOs, community, societies want to have all the laborers to be their own people. But it's quite difficult.
That's something that you were talking about as an issue in Mozambique.
Yeah, sometimes we can do the trainee side by side working with a skilled Chinese worker. That's something we can try. We encourage that. I think both government, Chinese government, African government, need to do more to exploit the most healthy way to exploit and to develop the local skilled labor force and to face the challenge in the future.
So even if Mozambique wanted